have the 4-hour price chart for Super Micro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. So as we can see here, the stock is starting to find a little bit of footing here after some recent declines. Most of this activity is being seen that in a direction that's roughly in line with the broader market. We are seeing several important technology stocks start to move higher on the trading day today. We have had some important earnings releases that do need to be discussed. There are some key event risks here that are likely to influence share prices here going forward. And we also need to look at some possible false breakout activity that has occurred at some of these price levels. So this will be covered in the video today. So currently, the first thing we need to do is sort of, we can drill down here a bit. We can look at the hourly chart first. And sort of move into these lower price zones here so that we could see, these initial lows came in at 663.23. This would be the price low from July 25th. And as we can see here, this is the support level that we've been watching for a few sessions now. And we did see a bit of breakage here to the downside. This area was breached. We do see new price lows here coming in at, let's get an exact number here, 656.37. We did break a low. We did break below these 660 lows right into the end of the trading session yesterday. But as we can see here, there was a fairly significant price gap to the top side during the market open. So currently, this price gap rests from. Let's try to get an arrow here to point this out. So currently this price gap rests from these lows, which came in at just above 668, and then extend all the way toward just around the $700 mark. So we're looking at roughly $32 in share price gap that will now need to be filled at some point. So this is a fairly significant move higher. The initial reaction following this price gap was a bit of downside selling pressure, as we can see in this trading volume bar here. So at the moment, we're currently trading kind of sideways a bit here after these initial price spikes higher. So yesterday, we did see earnings reports from quarterly earnings reports from Microsoft and Advanced Micro Devices, AMD. This is the Ryzen CPU manufacturer. And in both cases, those stocks did manage to beat market expectations with their earnings figures. Specifically, Microsoft came in with $2.95 per share. The market was expecting $2.93, and AMD did beat slightly, also coming in with 69 cents per share versus 68 cents expected. So these price movements here, it's kind of hard to believe that we're seeing gaps higher in so many different tech stocks today, based on those small earnings beats. I think that this has more to do with the fact that we didn't see disappointing figures, and then we have to keep in mind that most of these stocks in the technology space have seen tremendous selling pressure over the last 2 to 3 weeks. Even with this stock, even with Super Microcomputer, the highs that we've been looking at here come in with this range high at roughly 970. And we've seen the share price activity that we've seen has almost been exclusively in the downside direction. So, there is scope here for some further upside, given the fact that we have fallen so far into oversold territory. We can even pull out to the price charts on the 4-hour time frame to see this. Specifically, we can see that Supermicro did enter into oversold territory here on 2 separate occasions as we're hitting these 660 lows, which is a price level that I've pointed out in prior videos. We were hitting this oversold region here 2 times, and we have started to now roll out of here. So, this does suggest that, there is a fair amount of top side that could be seen as long as we're able to continue with this upside momentum. We're not completely finished yet with the earnings releases that will be released this week. We still have Apple, Amazon.com, and Meta Platforms all releasing earnings this week. So this is going to be a very critical week, even from a longer term perspective here. This could be the trading week that really defines overall price direction here for the remainder of the summer, because there's a lot of earnings information here that's going to be released in a very short period of time, and for the most part, the technology sector has been trading under a huge amount of selling pressure over the last few weeks. So price levels to the top side that we do need to be watching here currently come in at roughly the next level to the top side for SMCI comes in at 730. Possibly you can call that a bit above there, maybe 730.30. And on the 4-hour chart, we can see here that the 20-period exponential moving average is sort of quickly descending into this area. So if we are able to see a convincing break above here, we would then be targeting the remainder of this exponential moving average cluster. The top side here currently rests at 815. So we would probably test the upper end of this exponential moving average cluster if we are able to break above this 730 level. So pulling out a bit farther here, we do sort of need to look at the daily chart just to sort of see where we currently stand within the broader context here and the broader trend. So currently, we are still trading in roughly a sideways trading zone here. We have seen some attempts to break here to the downside, but for the most part, those have been short-lived. And then in addition to that, even on the daily chart, we're still sort of rolling over here out of oversold territory. So as long as these price levels are able to hold in this area, there is scope here for some top side without a significant break lower. Moving on to the daily chart here, we can see that the share price did break below this blue line here, which is the 200-day exponential moving average. It's a critically important exponential moving average. It's watched by very large sections of the market, and we did see not only did we see breaks below here more than once, but we also saw daily closes below here as well. So the possibility that we could get a weekly turnaround here would be significant. It's not not something that would typically be expected, but if we are able to see positive earnings from the remainder of these companies, this could be enough to keep prices supported in this area. And technically, we would technically be able to start to refer to this area as a support level that held rather than one that broke to the downside. So here's the current market update for Supermicro Computer Incorporated, stock ticker SMCI. Our high value trading strategies membership is currently available for a limited time for only $9.99 per month. These high conviction investment strategies are characterized by superior risk to reward metrics that target massive market beating returns over time. Join now to outperform the market, lock in this special introductory rate of just $9.99 per month for the entire lifetime of your membership, and start trading stocks with the pros.